first time in 40 years, have a situation where we have low inflation, low interest rates, stable exchange rate, and high reserves at the same time. Before this, the challenge was to achieve one or the other. We are now achieving all. And so we call this a situation where we are stabilizing the economy and the country, and from there our next focus is to move to growth. We have started that process, and so we now see that we opened recently the Falmouth Cruise Ship Terminal. We are looking at this time especially infrastructure to quickly facilitate in private sector investment in the areas of energy, the port that I mentioned before. We have been approached, and I know Mr. Facet can speak more on that, to have a cruise port also in Kingston, to look at making Kingston a resort city. And with that expectation, we're looking at over 600,000 visitors per year coming into Kingston. We have also started a process to have Kingston Airport become more of an aerotropolis. And we are looking at putting in infrastructure in terms of a toll bridge between Kingston proper and the airport area. So all of these are opportunities that we think the right investors will find Jamaica very open and ready to do good business with. We are also, in keeping with looking at Kingston as a resort city, we'll be looking at hotels and overall development of an expansion of downtown Kingston. We have also gotten a very good study done, was commissioned by the government, and international firm Bacon and McKenzie. They are very aggressive, positively aggressive about the potential of Jamaica as a financial services center, and that information is now available for potential investors. So we have a situation where Jamaica is, the economy has stabilized, and the government is very aggressive about moving to growth, and they want to work with potential partners who see the opportunities in Jamaica, as Mr. Dennis O'Brien did 10 years ago, and to work with those persons to make our future brighter. And as a discussion where I was just having with Mr. Cardenas, we were speaking about the fact that over the last 2 decades, up to over 70% of our Jamaican tertiary graduates have been migrating. So we now need to start attracting those persons back to Jamaica. As the ambassador, part of my job, apart from speaking to potential investors and working with to enhance the good relationship with the US government, is also reaching out to the Jamaican diaspora. And we have identified between 16 to 20 states in the USA where there are large numbers of Jamaicans. And I've gone to, at this time, 9 states so far. And it's amazing the reception that you are getting. Persons want to see how they can participate in Jamaica's development. And even though we have suffered from the loss of the intellectual capital that came out of Jamaica with the mass migration of our graduates, they are now in a position to start contributing to Jamaica. So we are now discussing a diaspora development bond, and we are getting very strong feedback from the various entities that we're speaking with, and we're looking like we'll be able to raise in the region of $2.5 billion to be part of the support of this redevelopment process, and you'll be hearing more about that, I'm sure, in the near future. And we, of course, our bilateral partners, as I mentioned before, who have started us on this road, and we are looking forward that we can continue to work with you. And very importantly, our private sector, both local and international private sector, we're looking to partner with you. And on that note, clearly I can stand here and in my new hat, because I used to be able to stand here with credibility and speak as a business person, and persons would have empathy that what I'm saying is what I'm really feeling. But now you probably say, you know, you're paid to do that job. So it is my pleasure to have someone who's not paid to come and tell us about his experience as a private